Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We're so excited to be celebrating the 10th anniversary of the Sonoma County Barrel Auction with everyone. So I'd like to welcome you now to the 2024 Sonoma County Barrel Auction Vintner Champion Meeting. We're so appreciative of you joining us today. We will be sending out this recording later on today so you can share the presentation and all of the details with your team. And now I'd like to pass things over to Michael Haney, our Executive Director, to kick things off.
Dana, thank you so much, and good morning, everyone. I tell you, I was thinking and talking with our team the other day and some board members, and I can't believe we're at the 10th anniversary of this fantastic event. I can tell you that we're so excited once again and very excited to be celebrating our 10th anniversary. But I can tell you, none of this is possible without the tremendous support of all of you all, our vintners, our great presenting sponsor there at American Ag Credit, and so many other of our partners throughout our community. It's you guys that drive this event every year. It's you guys that really showcase to the world our Sonoma County wines and how special they are. Our event over the years has obviously brought in buyers from not only all over the United States, but from Japan, from Asia, from South Korea, from Norway. This year we have a great group from the UK coming. So it's a great time and a great way to showcase who we are and how special Sonoma County is to the world. But Dana, I thank you for this opportunity, because for me, from our heart and speaking from our team, for our team and for our board, we just want to say thank you for your generosity, your time, your participation, and for all you do for not only Sonoma County Vintners, but for Sonoma County as a whole. So thank you all once again, and here's to a great 10th anniversary.
Thanks so much, Mike. So I think everybody knows me. I am the director of the auctions and our experiential marketing programs. I want to say a huge thank you to many of our participating vintners that have been a part of the auction since the inaugural year back in 2015, and to all of you who have participated over more recent years, and a huge welcome to those of you who are brand new Sonoma County Vintners members. We're so excited to have you here participating this year and to share the 10th anniversary celebration of the barrel auction with us. We have a great informative session today, which will have everything that you need to know to make the most out of your participation and to learn what's new for 2024 and beyond. Please drop any questions that you have throughout the meeting into the chat, and then Ashley and I will moderate those at the end of the session. So we'll make sure to get to all of your answers, but we'll do that at the end. So just type them in. And also, I just wanted to mention that some of the things that you'll see along the way will be listed in gold. Those are live links. So when we send out the recording and the presentation along with it later on today, you'll be able to click on those to access the information in the live links. So I think we're excited to get started now. We've got a great packed agenda. We're going to kick things off in just a minute with a welcome from our presenting sponsor, American Ag Credit. I'll share our 2024 goals and the event overview. Kelsey from our team will share all about our strategic partnerships. Barb and Amy will share our marketing and PR overview. Ashley will get into trade outreach and how you can activate your networks. I'll come back on and talk about all the nitty-gritty details about vintner engagement and program logistics, so you have everything that you need to know along the way. We'll be hearing from our commemorative label partners at Vintage 99 Labels. Tracy from our team is going to share more towards the end about all of the incredible programs that we're offering this year that you can get involved in. And then if you have questions, you can set up times to talk with her in more detail. And then last but not least, per usual, we will do our Caduce Anna Selection barrel drawing at the end. And then we'll wrap it up with the Q&A. So let's go ahead and get things started. I want to say a huge thank you from the bottom of our hearts to American Ag Credit for all of their support over all of these 10 years, but not just these 10 years, for all of their time here in Sonoma County in our community. They support everything that we do, all of our vintners and our members and our partners. And it's my honor and pleasure to welcome Ruth Edwards, Director of Regional Banking from American Ag Credit, to welcome you today. Ruth?
Thank you so much, Dana. What a warm welcome. Thank you, Mike. My name is Ruth Edwards. I'm the Director of Regional Banking for American Ag Credit. We are so thrilled to be, once again, the presenting sponsor for the Sonoma County Barrel Auction. So happy to be here with you today. I'm going to go to the next slide. So American Ag Credit, many of you know, I know there's a lot of our customers out there, but we're a leading provider of financial services for the wine industry and agriculture. We have a local team of lenders, many of whom grew up in the wine industry or agriculture in Sonoma County. So it's a mission that is near and dear to all of our hearts for agriculture to thrive and for the wine industry to thrive into the future. We're also a cooperative that supports agriculture with consistent credit. As a proud member of the 100-year-old farm credit system, we've been working the same mission to help agriculture thrive and survive financially for over 100 years. And our unique funding model gives us a consistent source of capital. We're not dependent on deposits or checking accounts to fund our loans. So it provides that solid, sound resource for financing for you. Here's some stats on us. We've got $20 billion in assets. Of our 900 employees, 60 are based in the Bay Area in North Bay, serving just the wine industry and our customers who operate here. We have appraisers, lenders, underwriters, economists, you name it. We're here locally serving the wine industry. We operate in seven of the Western states, and 16% of our portfolio at American Ag Credit is dedicated to California wineries and vineyards, with about $3 billion in loans to customers in those industries. And one of the favorite features of our customers is our annual dividend that we pay out in March each year. We bring checks out to our customers that total about 1% of their outstanding loan balances. It's a very exciting time for us. And just a couple of things we wanted to bring to you. We have a wine industry economist and a group that provides insights called Terrain. If you click that link in the PowerPoint that you get later, you can sign up for our wine industry economist Chris Bitter's quarterly Winescapes report. He's a PhD economist, and he is just a service we provide to our customers to help them stay up to date on the wine industry locally and nationally. And then we would love to invite you, the Vintners members, to an event we're doing March 13th in our office in the building that we share with the Vintners. They'll send out a link later to sign up. It's our wine economist, Chris Bitter, and our macroeconomist, Matt Clark, with an update, insight, forecast into what you might be expecting this year, interest rates, of course, and then the wine industry, and then a nice lunch to follow. Thank you so much again for including us today. We're thrilled to be part of this exciting event.
Thank you so much, Ruth, and a huge thank you to everybody on the team for all of these wine industry insights, and again, for everything that you do. And again, we're so excited to be partnering with you to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Barrel Auction. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So 2024 goals of the Barrel Auction and the event overview. And then, as I said, I'll come back on later with some of the nitty-gritty details. So the goal of the Sonoma County Barrel Auction has not changed since 2015. It's really about elevating the image, the perception, and the bottle price of Sonoma County wines. Just last year, the average bottle price from the barrel auction was $99 a bottle. And that is for trade buying and then reselling at even a higher price point. So that's really exciting to show truly the incredible wines, world-class, that we're producing here in Sonoma County. It's also meant to build excitement, bring trade back here to Sonoma County each year, and really provide opportunities for meaningful relationship building for you, our vintners, with the trade and the media who are here. So just the barrel auction is really about these very exclusive wines, never before, never again, wine futures that represent the range and diversity of the wonderful wines that we offer here in Sonoma County. It's one of the things that makes us so unique. This is invitation only for licensed members of the wine trade and media, and then it provides them the opportunity to bring these wines that are only available through them for resale to their customers and ultra premium collectors. And then the proceeds from this auction really assist us here at Sonoma County Vintners with providing marketing programs and initiatives that support you, our wine trade, and community. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone on our board of directors for their incredible support of our team and each and every one of our members. Thank you so much to all of you. And for those on our team, as I go through, if you just want to give a shout and a wave so you pop to the top, if everybody from the team will come off mute. So of course, everybody knows Mike Haney, our executive director. Mike. Tracy Bidia, our membership and member programs manager. Tracy, you wanted to say a quick hello?
Good morning, nice to see everybody.
Ashley Boyle, our trade relations and international programs manager.
Hello.
Julia Conover, our Director of Donor Relations and Foundation Philanthropy. Always a mouthful to say. Jules?
It is a mouthful. Good morning, everyone.
We have Barbara Cox, our Director of Marketing and Communications.
Good morning.
And Christina Ezra, our accountant and financial wizard, and so much more. Christina?
Good morning, everybody.
Heather Hardesty, our creative manager, was all poised to be here for the in-person meeting, but she is off on some PTO right now. But Barb will share some exciting details that she's created. Then, of course, myself, Kelsey McNeil, our Director of Sponsorship and Strategic Partnerships. Kelsey?
Hello, good morning.
Anna Ming, our Auction Programs Manager.
Good morning, everyone.
And Amy Patrick, our Marketing and Public Relations Manager.
Hi, everyone.
All right, so those are the faces behind the scenes. We encourage you to reach out to any of us at any time for any questions that you might have about anything during the year. So 2024 Sonoma County Barrel Auction, again, our 10th anniversary. We're anticipating over 60 unique barrel auction lots and over 200 trade and media attendees. We already have many trade from across the country and around the world starting to register and confirm their participation. For our 2024 schedule of events, we always kick off with a very special dinner for our VVIP trade to make sure they come into town early and are ready to go. Many of our trade come in for the entire week to schedule appointments with our vintners here. This dinner was born in 2016, the second year of the barrel auction, when Stuart Bryan and Pride Mountain Vineyards hosted the first ever cave dinner that became monikered the Founder Circle Dinner. And so we're so excited this year for the 10th anniversary to be back at Pride to bring our VIP trade in for a dinner to kick off the events. Then on Thursday, May 2nd, we have our lot tasting preview event and intimate vintner dinners. We'll talk a little bit more about them in a moment. And then on Friday, May 3rd, we'll have our 10th anniversary Sonoma County Barrel Auction. So the idea is that all of these events are on weekdays because this is a working event for our trade who come and participate. The pre-auction events on Thursday, May 2nd. The lot tasting preview event will run as it has over the past couple of years from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. We really found during the years that we had to move online and that we sent out the samples of the wines to the trade that we got a lot of feedback that they love to have a slower pace to taste through all of the incredible wines. And so as we came back live and in person, we wanted to give them that opportunity to really have that wonderful relaxed pace, to taste with you, to get to interact and build those relationships. We will be back at Bacchus Landing. What a wonderful venue for this event. All of the lots will be featured in mostly lot order and a grand tasting format, and all of our vintners will be under the eaves that spread almost 20 feet, which gives you lots of shade protection, or if there's a little drizzle, a little protection from the weather. It's such a wonderful venue. Vintners will also have the opportunity to showcase several current release wines to trade buyers. We used to say just one other wine, but we want to give you an opportunity to show more wines and show the incredible wines, whether it's something brand new that you're offering or one of your top wines that you're looking to get into market. We want to give you that opportunity in addition to your barrel auction lot wine. We will be providing lunches from 12 to 2. And the Piazza Courtyard tables will be available for trade buyers to use to sit down throughout the event, taste at a leisurely pace. Similar to last year, if the weather, we have some concerns, we do have the upstairs event center as well to set up tables. We really want to encourage your winemakers and winery principals to be able to step away from the table so you can register 2 to 3 people from your team to be pouring at this event. So that way they can step away, take an impromptu meeting, or even schedule a meeting with trade who are going to be there. Then that evening, what has worked so well are these Healdsburg restaurant dinners. So we have reservations at all of the wonderful restaurants here in Healdsburg, already set up and ready to go. All you need to do is in your lot submission form is to sign up to co-host an intimate dinner, or if you miss that, you can always reach out to us now and let us know that you want to participate. And then we do lots of matchmaking all along the way. We want to make sure all of your lots are successful. So all throughout the events, we matchmake you with different trade accounts, and we'll sign up a few different vintners and a few different trade accounts to be matched with each dinner. Then on auction day, we're so excited to be back at the majestic and glorious McMurray Estate Vineyards. Again, that event will be from 11 to 4 p.m. We ask that you arrive early. Our vintners and sponsor partners arrive between 10 to 10:30, get checked in. So as our trades start arriving between 10:30 to 11 to get checked in, you're there to greet them and say hello. And then we'll have a welcome reception with the McMurray team, along with some of the Gallo winemakers pouring some of their wonderful wines. And then we'll move everybody into the live auction tent. We'll kick off the luncheon. New this year, we're going to start things off instead of ending things with a toast. So as you sit down, everyone will have a glass of wonderful Sonoma County J sparkling wine. When we say go, we'll invite you all to raise your glasses and have our photographer take a photo of everybody in the room toasting to the 10th anniversary. We'll do our Icons, Innovators, and Lifetime Achievement Award celebration, and then we'll move into the live auction. Even though it says 1 o'clock here, we'll play that by ear. We know speeches went a little long last year, so don't worry, we'll give everyone a bio break before we kick off the live auction. So that's kind of the lay of the land. Again, I'm going to get into a little more detail later. And then as we go through those details, feel free to put questions in the chat. And now I'd love to pass over to Kelsey to share more about our incredible strategic partners that support us and you in the barrel auction. Kelsey.
Thank you, Dana. Hi, everyone. Good morning. My name is Kelsey McNeil. I'm the Sponsorship and Strategic Partnerships Director for Sonoma County Vintners. And I just want to say a huge thank you to all of our sponsors. A big shout out to Ruth Edwards and her entire team at American Ag Credit for being our presenting sponsor and our Vintner Champion meeting host. It is absolutely a pleasure to work with you, and you have supported us for years and years, as well as the wine community at large. So thank you again. And for our venue hosts, we are going to be back at McMurray Estate Vineyards for our live auction. Bacchus Landing will be hosting us for our lot tasting preview, and then Full Circle for our Founders Circle dinner, Pride Mountain Vineyards this year for our 10th anniversary. And then for our long-term partners, as our cork supplier and sponsor, we have G3 Enterprises and DM. They'll be supplying your corks again this year, so a big thank you there. We have incredible new partners at Vintage 99 Label. Robbie Whitman is here and he will speak a little bit later on. We're very excited to partner with you, and a huge thank you for your support this year as well. And then we have our barrel sponsor, Caduce and Anna Selection. Later on this presentation, we'll do a barrel drawing. One of you will get to receive a Caduce barrel straight from the company, so thank you again there. Tricorbron Wine Pack, long-term supporter for not just Sonoma County Vintners, but the industry as well, also including Silicon Valley Bank. Thank you for your long-term support too. Again, this year, as Dana mentioned, for our anniversary toast, we will have J Vineyards as sponsoring that toast. And then a big thank you to Vintner Resort. They've been an incredible partner, helping make sure that we have all of our guests have wonderful accommodations when they come in for these events. And then again, some new partners returning this year. Sonoma County Airport will continue to help us and spread the word of getting as much tourism into Sonoma County as possible. Then Pure Luxury, as well as two of our incredible media partners, Som Journal and Provi, will be back this year to support us. And then a big thank you to Samantha Paul, our event producer. Couldn't do it without you, so thank you so much for being here as well. We have Avid Coffee supporting us at our live auction and our preview tasting, and then Posh Privia and Recology for their support as well. So thank you all so much. We literally couldn't do this without you. And it has been incredible working with you all, and excited for the 10th anniversary. Back to you, Dana.
Thanks so much, Kelsey. Such incredible partners. As Kelsey said, you are all amazing and we can't thank you enough. So we definitely say to all of our Sonoma County Vintners members, please utilize these wonderful sponsor partners for all of your needs. They're just absolutely amazing. So now we're going to dig into some details. Barbara Cox and Amy Patrick are going to share with you our marketing and PR overview for this year. Barb, over to you.
Great. Good morning, everybody. As Dana said, I'm Barbara Cox. I'm Director of Marketing and Communications. Really happy to be here and to be working with this wonderful team and with you all. And thank you all for all your support. I am really fortunate to work with two people also on my team, on the Marcom team. Amy Patrick, who Dana mentioned, she's our marketing and PR manager, and Amy's going to talk in just a moment. But Amy, just to give you guys some perspective on what she does, she manages all of our content and messaging. So working with Dana and the team on finalizing all of your auction lots for the catalog, working on the catalog copy, working on our marketing communications, our email marketing, social media, and then also all of our websites. So we have 4 websites. SoCoBarrelAuction.com is our big one for this event, and she's done a great job in that. And she's going to talk a little bit about this in a few minutes. Heather, as Dana said, is on PTO today. She's our creative manager. Heather handles all things related to graphic design. So anything that you see in here or for the event that has the brand look and feel, an image or whatnot, the catalog is what she works on. She works on all of our signage, graphics for the website, you name it. So both of them have really big jobs, and really grateful for their support. What we wanted to do today was just kind of give you a little bit of an overview. We're going to keep it brief, but give you an overview of what we're doing to promote your auction lots in this auction. And really our objectives are twofold. They mirror what we're trying to do for the auction, which is to build a continued awareness, build excitement with the media and the trade, and also to build publicity. So we do that by looking at all different tools, whether it's email marketing, social media, the website, PRs, you name it. So this slide just illustrates the broad range of the different components. You can see, and Dana had this on the initial slide, Heather's created a beautiful new brand image and logo for the 10th year anniversary. We thought it was a perfect year to introduce that. And so we've created a graphic you can see with the celebratory sparkling wine. We're using the gold metallic and really highlighting the 10th anniversary. We're starting to roll this out on the different components that you'll see. So we've got the catalog cover design on the left side there. We're also using a similar design look and feel for that for our full page ads that Amy's going to talk about in a second. In the lower left, that's just an email sample, email marketing. We've got the save the date card, also the press releases that we do, and then social posts. sorry, the main thing on that that we wanted to highlight too is the website, which is a great tool for you guys to use. It's SoCoBarrelAuction.com. Amy's done an incredible job, and she's going to talk about some of the resources that we have there that we encourage you to use. They'll hopefully answer questions and help to kind of give an overview for yourselves and your trade guests of what's going on for this auction. On the email marketing front, I'm not going to go through all the different emails. We try not to inundate you guys with too much communications, but we try to, be really judicial on what we do share. We've got a plan for you and then also for the trade to keep you updated on what's going on. It started in the fall of last year, and then it continues through right to the auction. What's coming up are some exciting announcements. We have our honorees that are going to be recognized at the auction that we're going to highlight them and an email and a press release coming up in a couple weeks. We also have our auction lots announcement. Once you have finalized your auction lots and they're uploaded onto the website and they're ready to go in the catalog, we will send out an email and a press release about those. And then the final results will come out. Usually it's a couple days after the auction, just so that there's time to get all the information, confirm that it's correct before we go out with that. Press releases are a way that we communicate with the media. So similar to what we do with you all with email marketing, we send out press releases. I'm sure you're all familiar with these. But what's nice about this is that in addition to sending these out to our list that we have in our MailChimp account, we also utilize a service called EIN Presswire. And that enables us to get these press releases out to thousands of media across the country. So again, really trying to build that awareness and excitement for the auction that way. Media outreach is another important aspect of what we do. So this is just a sample list of the media that we're outreaching to. We contact them to pitch stories for the auction and your lots. And we also invite them to attend the auction, which is really great. So we've got about, I think, over 60 people right now that we're doing personal outreach to, inviting them to attend. And as we get closer to the auction, usually it's a couple days right before the auction occurs, that we'll send out an email to you all with a PDF, which has a list of all the media that are attending, a little bit of background on each person, an image so you can kind of recognize them. And it's really a great opportunity. They will be attending both the preview events and the auction themselves. And we encourage you to interact with them, promote your lots, highlight things that are going on with your winery. It's just a great way to connect with them. And then now I'm going to hand it over to Amy, and she's going to talk about some of the advertising and promotional opportunities and some of the things that we encourage you. We've got some tools, great tools for you to promote your lots as well.
Great. Thank you, Barbara. We've got print, digital, and radio advertising in the works, and we've invited a select group of wine trade media to this year's SoCoBA events. We had fantastic results last year with an in-depth article written by Ruth Tobias of the Tasting Panel, and also with a video series produced by Ray Pfister of Life Between the Vines, highlighting a number of our participating wineries. We post regularly about SoCoBA on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and we'd really appreciate your help in sharing our posts with your followers to generate excitement and to increase trade registration for this year's 10th anniversary. If you're looking for specific information about submitting a barrel auction lot or participating in the events, we've got a dedicated Vintner resource area of our website. We also have a dedicated trade resource area on the website if any of your trade contacts need more information about registering for the events. And of course, you're always welcome to reach out to any of us with questions or refer any of your trade contacts to us. We've created a marketing toolkit for your teams to be able to easily download branded assets and add them to your communications. It includes a fact sheet, sample social media posts, logos, and photos from previous barrel auction events. This is really important. We need your help in spreading the word about the Sonoma County Barrel Auction to your trade contacts, your consumer base, and your social media followers. If you don't have time to create your own assets, you can simply like and share the posts that we post to all of our social media platforms. We ask that you do hold back any specific details about your lot until we announce that all lots are ready for review on our website in mid-March. Last year, we had tremendous social media participation from our vintners and sponsors, and it really helped add to the excitement and the build-up before the event and during the actual preview event and auction itself. We're happy to answer any questions afterwards. Back to you, Dana.
Thank you so much, Amy, and thanks so much, Barb. Any final comments, Barb, before we move along?
No, just going to say thank you guys so much for your support. And again, if we can answer any questions as we go along, please don't hesitate to reach out. These tools are made to help you guys, and we hope that they're useful. So.
Awesome. Thank you, Barbara and Amy. So as Amy just said, we really need your help to spread the word about Barrel Auction. There's so much that we're doing behind the scenes and so much that you can do to help make the 10th anniversary Barrel Auction a huge success. So now we're going to get into trade outreach and activation. There's kind of a 3-tiered approach, and I'm so excited to turn things over to Ashley, our Trade Relations and International Programs Manager, to really share more details about what we're doing and how you can help support the efforts. Ash?
Awesome. Thanks, Dana. So as Mike always says, you need things to sell at an auction and you need people to buy them. So that's what I am here to talk about today. So mirroring the goals for the Sonoma County Barrel Auction, we're going to talk about our buyer recruitment program, and we have 3 goals. The first goal is to, 1, grow Sonoma County awareness. There's some amazing trade from all over the world, and this is a really great opportunity for them to see, in person how amazing Sonoma County is, and also how wonderful the wines are as well. 2, building long-term relationships. Of course, we want to build some long-term relationships, but most importantly, we want all of our vintners to be able to meet new and trade, and also continue relationships that you might have already developed by getting these trade guests here to Sonoma County. And then, of course, our 3rd goal is to raise funds to support Sonoma County Vintners marketing programs and initiatives. Without events like these, we really couldn't continue doing what we're all of the wonderful programs that we host all year round. So we, like Dana said, we kind of have a 3-pronged approach for our buyer recruitment program. So the first thing on this list is Sonoma County Vintners team outreach. So we spend a lot of time doing personal outreach to all of the trade guests that we have identified, to invite them to come to auction. We also have a trade task force that is key for us in developing some new leads, and also to help us recruit new trade buyers, and also continue building those relationships to bring returning trade buyers back to the Sonoma County Barrel Auction for 2024. Our trade task force also does act as ambassadors during these events, so they will be there to assist our trade guests during the lot tasting preview event and at auction. And they know a thing or two because they talk to Dana and I a lot. So you can also reach out to them if you have any questions about engaging your trade audience as well. And then we couldn't do it alone. So it's very important for our participating vintners to also engage with all of their trade accounts as well. So what are we doing here at Sonoma County Vintners to invite trade guests to come to Barrel Auction? So we have a pretty large list of trade accounts that we have either identified with our trade task force, or trade who have come in the past, or trade that we've kind of identified as interested in attending. So we send invitations out to everybody on that list. And all of these are either personal emails or phone calls. I think, of course, leaning on the Marcom team is they send out invites as well. And then what I do is, Dana, we follow up on top of those emails with some personal outreach. Some examples of priority outreach to some of our top bidders. I'm not going to read this whole list, but a few call outs of trade that we already have registered and confirmed to attend is HEB, which is really exciting. We have Total Wine and More, Polo Grill from Tulsa, Oklahoma. He hasn't come in a few years, and I think 1 year was virtual, so it's great to have him back in the room in person, and wine.com as well. So, and I think, well, actually I know because we checked the list, but we have over 20 trade accounts already registered to attend this year. So it's really exciting.
Hold on 1 second. Just have to, there we go. Okay, back over to
Perfect,
you.
thank you. So Mike kind of addressed this when he was doing his introductions, but we have a great international program here at SCV, and something that we do the week leading up to the barrel auction is our International Sonoma Summit. So we will have a group of about 12 trade guests here from the UK and Ireland, April 28th through May 4th, and they'll be partaking in master classes, lunches, dinners, and tastings and vineyard tours throughout the week leading up to barrel auction. And then they're also going to be attending the Sonoma County Barrel Auction event. So both the lot tasting preview event and the auction itself. We have seen a lot of great results from this. So in 2022, the Nordics participated in this program. They did a lot of bidding that year. They returned in person last year, and we have confirmation that they are returning again this year. So we're very excited about that. Last year we had South Korea participating in this program, and they did bid, and I think one of the trade accounts won 2 lots, and they were so excited to be here and be involved and experience all the things that Sonoma County has to offer. So we're excited to continue this, and it's been great to see such great results and long-term lasting relationships from this as well. So I wanted to review the trade buyer categories, and kind of where you'll see this come into play is when we send out our confirmed registration lists. We do like to put in what kind of trade buyer they are, but this can kind of give you an idea to start percolating on who to invite. So of course we have our online retailers like wine.com, or more recently who started attending Wine Spies. You can think about your retailers. So we have independent retailers like Bottle Barn, regional retailers like HEB, and then corporate buyers like Total Wine and More that kind of has a more widespread reach throughout the United States. Country clubs, so Los Altos Golf and Country Club is a great example. Also think about your distributors and importers. Distributors are a great resource. So what we have found that distributors do like to come and attend the auction, but sometimes they don't bid as much just because they're kind of bidding against their clients. And so that can be a little awkward, but they're a great resource to reach out to, because they might be able to recommend some trade that, you know, they could invite kind of on your behalf as well, which is always great. Restaurant buyers and wine directors, like I said, Polo Grill is a great example. He's been a huge supporter for, I think, all 10 years, right, Dana? Or is it 9? So all 10 years, which is awesome.
He was our first biggest buyer the very first year. So
he's been a great support. And then, you know, of course, locally, Dustin Villette has been a huge support of ours as well. We were just at the Matheson. This is not that important, but we were just at the Matheson a couple weeks ago, and we saw one of the barrel auction wines in the wine wall, which was, it's just really cool to see it in person. Also think about resort buyers and hotel. Pebble Beach Resort is a huge buyer and supporter. And then the other category. So we did put this in because last year we had a luxury assisted living facility register to attend the events, and then they're actually coming back again this year. So last year they were just kind of checking it out, see how it all worked. So it'll be really interesting to see what they do this year. Perfect. So we like to say that there is not no net big enough to cast. The world is your oyster as far as how big your outreach can be. So just a few tidbits to remember when reaching out. So the Sonoma County Barrel Auction lot prices are trade friendly. So we do understand that, you know, this is for resale, but lot prices typically range from $1,500 to $8,000. And then winning bids can range from $3,000 to $40,000. So I know Dana had already said this, that the average bottle price last year, I think, was $95 a bottle. 99. So I just, when talking to trade, if they do ask, bottle price points are typically $50 and up. So one thing that's really special too about this auction is there's a variety in lot sizes to appeal to all different buyer types. So there's 5, 10, and 20 case quantities. So, someone like HEB can purchase a 20 case lot, but some of our more local small or restaurant trade groups might only be able to, take in 5 cases at a time. So it's really great to kind of have that diversity in lot sizes so we can invite trade groups of all types and sizes. And the lots that we showcase really show the diversity of Sonoma County. So we have Pinot Noir, Cabernet, Bordeaux blends, Zinfandels, and then we also have Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, sparkling wines, and more. So really there is something for everybody, which I think is a huge draw to, to Sonoma County one and to the Sonoma County Barrel Auction. So just remember that more buyers is going to equal more underbidding, which, hopefully is going to also equal higher winning bids. So just want to touch on customer service. So kind of what we're doing, and then what can you do as well, and how we can work together to make sure that we're going above and beyond during the week that we have trade here in Sonoma County. So the SCV team, we are doing personal outreach to all trade guests, and we are personally available throughout from now until the auction and after the auction to answer any questions. We do provide concierge services and personalized itineraries, and we are also more than happy to, connect trade guests with wineries if they want to do some tastings and things throughout the weeks as well. We're here to discuss the bidders auction strategy and offer recommendations. That's really important. We work really hard to champion lots, especially for those winery or for those trades who have been coming for a while. We kind of have an idea of what they're interested in, what they like. So during that lot tasting preview, we try to make some recommendations of maybe some newer vintners who are participating for the first time for those trade to go and taste those wines. We also match make for dinner placements and auction seating. So Dana and I will send out a survey before the auction where you can kind of indicate which trade that you're interested in sitting with or meeting. And then we're also going to do the same thing for the trade guests as well. So once we kind of compile all of that data, Dana and I will play a big game of 3D chess or checkers, and we'll make sure that we match make our trade guests with our vintners in a meaningful way for both these dinner placements and for auction. So what are some things that you guys can do? So first and foremost, co-hosting a Thursday night vintner dinner. I think Dana already said it, but we do have restaurant reservations already made. So if you would like to have a little bit more of an intimate experience and actually be able to sit down with some trade guests for dinner, definitely let us know on your lot submission form, or if you've already submitted your lot and you would like to still co-host a dinner, you can send Dana and I an email, and we would be thrilled to have you host. Another thing is host accommodations for key buyers. So if you have lodging on site and you're interested in hosting trade, please let us know. We do really like to assist our VIP trade with some lodging options as another high touch point as well. And just as a reminder, this auction is really just more than one day. It's a whole Sonoma County experience. So please plan to, host and be available and do some outreach and invite trade guests to come to your winery throughout the week as well. All right, so how can you activate your trade buyers? So what we are going to be doing starting on Friday, February 23rd is you will be getting a weekly update of the trade guests who are confirmed to attend. We will include where they're from, who they are, an email, So what this list will be great for is to send personal emails to trade accounts for you to pitch your lot. We just ask, please don't send one email CCing everybody on that list. We really ask that you make it personal. And also please don't add this list to your mailing list for your general marketing emails as well. You can reach out to your past winning bidders to tell them about this year's lot. They fell in love with your wine once. I'm sure they still are going to fall in love again. So make sure to reach out to them to just let them know that you are participating in auction this year. And just a little side note, also very important. If everybody could do us a favor and check their inventories to make sure that all of your year's previous auction lots have been delivered to your winning bidder, that would be wonderful. We have been getting some outreach from trade that they just haven't received their wine yet, and they're really looking forward to receiving their wine. So we definitely want to make sure we can get that to them. So if you check your inventory and notice that you still have something in hand, definitely please reach out to me and I can get you in contact with the winning bidder and we can make sure that that wine gets home. And very, very importantly, it's key and imperative to make sure to secure a trade buyer from your network to support your lot. So going into auction, make sure you know of at least one bidder who is planning to bid on your lot. You can engage with your distributors, encourage them to bring 1 to 2 buyer contacts. And if you talk to anybody who is unavailable, not able to attend in person, you can promote absentee bidding. We're going to have a robust proxy bidding program. So what that is we will send out a form to anyone who can't attend in person. They can go ahead and fill out that form indicating what their max bid is and what lots they're interested in. And then we'll have somebody bidding on their behalf in person in the room. And if they are available over the phone, we can also, have them on a phone call so they can kind of be bidding live as well. So we do want to just include an example of a personalized invitation. So Barb, Amy, and Heather have put together a wonderful marketing toolkit with all of the resources that you could possibly need for promoting and doing outreach for your lot. So in that marketing toolkit, you will have an HTML invite that you can send. And what we recommend doing is sending that HTML invite, or you can forward it from a previous email that you have. It's a little bit of a cheat sheet. If you just search emails from sonomawine.com, you can see the trade invite and you can just forward on top of that email and put a little personal note. So include some information about what the barrel auction is. You can let them know that there's no fee to participate, which is a really important key detail. Pitch your lot. So make sure you put in some information about what your lot is, and then you can also include the link to register as well. So to sum it all up, just a few quick tips to selling your lot. So strategize with your team to identify trade buyers and key markets. You can really do this by utilizing your distributor reps and regional teams to really indicate some trade accounts in those key markets where they are the experts in. We recommend starting personalized outreach now. I'm sure you've all seen, but people's calendars are filling up super soon. So we would recommend starting that personal outreach as soon as possible, just so they can get this in their calendars. And I know you already have an idea of what your lots are going to be, or you've already submitted, so you can already start talking about it to them. I know Mark had said not to do outward marketing or put it on social media, but you are allowed to personally talk about your lots right now to trade accounts. Make sure to include the core messaging about Sonoma County Barrel Auction and what it is, and then also tell them about what makes your Sonoma County Barrel Auction lot unique. So key thing to include here is that this is all never before, never again lots. And so these lots are one of a kind. They're never going to be able to find this wine anywhere else. So that's key to include in your messaging. We just talked about this, but be sure to encourage absentee bidding for those who can't attend in person. And it's very important to engage with trade and promote your lot during the events as well. So make sure to have somebody at the lot tasting preview event and at auction who can speak really well to the lot and promote it. So we are here to help. If you have any questions about anything, my email is here, but I'm sure you have seen my name come across your inbox many a times, but don't hesitate to call, email, or text. We are here to help. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Ashley. Yeah, and just to reiterate that, we're available over text, email, phone call, all the ways about any questions that you have. And when talking about those who can't attend in person, you can point them right to the registration site because they can sign up and register for absentee bidding, and they can do that right on the registration form. Let's dig into some details. And again, if you have any questions, just drop them in the chat. I haven't seen any come up yet. I know this is very comprehensive and thorough, but no question is too big or too small. We'll do our best to answer. So let's get started. So 2024 barrel auction lots. On the right-hand side of the screen here is the Vintner resources page, a couple of screenshots. That Vintner resources page will continue to get updated all the way leading up to the event. So that's your go-to spot if you have a question. This Vintner Champion Meeting presentation and links to the recording and everything is going to be available for you in one place. And as Amy mentioned, there's also a trade version of this. So please look at that as well because it answers a lot of questions that your trade buyers might have. So the lot submission deadline was February 2nd. However, given that we had to shift the in-person Vintner Champion meeting to this virtual format, we wanted to give everybody a little bit more time because we know that some of you are new or considering and wanted to get more information about what barrel auction is all about. So again, never before, never again wines, 5, 10, or 20 cases. We'd love for you to consider a 10 case lot for the 10th anniversary. If you already put in a 5 case lot, it's not too late to let Ashley and I know that you'd like to do a 10 case lot. Again, these are unique wines crafted only for the barrel auction. So it's something that you don't have available in the marketplace, but it could be a component of something that you're already doing or some special block or something unique that your winemaker is really excited to work with. If you're not able to do it on your own, you can always collaborate with other vintners and we're happy to help with that matchmaking. We do recommend that if possible, you include a market visit to add value for the winning bidder. So again, there's still time to submit your lot. Everything you see in gold here are the live links. So that's the link to the lot submission form on the Vintner resources page of the barrel auction website. Again, we're saying tomorrow is the deadline. If for some reason you need a little bit more time, please let us know by tomorrow so we can plan to count you in. This next 2 weeks is really crucial. There's a lot happening behind the scenes. Amy Patrick is writing all the lot copy. Everybody's hearing from Anna Ming on our team, our chief wrangler. So she'll be working with you to confirm that everything looks good on your barrel auction lot copy and any edits that you have. I want to remind everybody that our tagline is one of one. These are masterpieces. It's not one of 20. You can only get this wine one place in the world from that winning trade buyer. So lot doubling is not possible because these lots are exclusive for the winning bidder. And then again, any increases to the lot size, we're happy to take. We can have a conversation with you too if you're like, is that a good fit for me to increase my lot size? But all of that needs to be confirmed prior to the bidding. So it's fair for all the trade buyers in the room. So we would need to know by the end of February to get that into the catalog. But even if you think about it and leading up to the event, you decide, oh, I'd like to take my 5 case lot to a 10 case lot or my 10 case lot to a 20 case lot, we can announce it live during the auction. So we keep a running list of any edits that come in. We can update things at any time on the website leading up to the events, but the catalog does go to print at a certain time. And so then our voice of God, AKA Mike Caney, will let the auctioneer know, and we'll have that update in for the live event PowerPoint. next steps. There's lots of next steps. So Amy and Anna are very, very busy right now behind the scenes. The lot copy is being crafted based on the answers to the 6 questions that you provided in your lot submission. However, just please note that it can only be about 2 to 3 paragraphs. We want it to be comprehensive of what your lot is about and short enough that the trades stay engaged to read through it and that it fits in 1 page on the catalog. So it's easy to reference during the event. So all of these lots will be 2 to 3 paragraphs maximum, 200 to absolute maximum of 250 words. We do ask when you receive the lot copy from Anna that you get any edit requests due back within 48 hours of receipt. Because we do have to have all lots, the lot order, lot copy finalized by the end of February to meet the catalog production deadlines. It takes about a month start to finish for the printing process. And then lots and lot numbers will be posted on the website in conjunction with the lot announcement. So we're working in 2 tiers. Heather is working on the catalog, Amy is working on the website upload, and then when everything is finalized and ready to go, the catalog goes to print and Amy hits go on the website and lots will be announced. In those weekly updates that Ashley will send out each Friday with the trade list, we'll be feeding more information. So always look for your Friday email and on the Vintner resources page of the website. And we will let you know the week before the lot announcement that yes, we're good to go. We're ready to go. So again, we are targeting around March 20th as that go live date. Ship compliances. This is all the nitty gritty fun stuff that we learned along the way. We have a survey where you can indicate the states where you have distribution for shipping and international distribution if applicable. The countries where we know we have trade coming from, we specifically ask you so that we can indicate those at a glance in the catalog. If you have participated in past years on the survey itself, you can simply indicate that nothing has changed since last year if nothing has changed, and you don't have to go through the whole list as far as the states. This also really helps us and the trade buyers know that we can get the wines to the trade. Some states have added compliance regulations, so trade in those states will be looking to see if you have distribution so that they know that it's easy to get the wines into their areas. Again, the trade will also have name tags that indicate their state or country. So for example, if you're looking to get into a certain state or maybe have an importer in a certain country, that's really helpful to you because you can make those connections and relationships. Generic colas, exciting stuff. So you are meant to have a cola on file to bring your lot samples to the preview tasting and auction day. So as it's leaving your bonded winery, there's a teeny little screenshot here, but we can send you a bigger version and more details and application information. So basically, once all the lots are in, Ashley and Anna and I will go through them, look at who's new, look at who we have colas already on file, and we'll let you know either you're all set, you have a generic cola or a related cola on file that will work, or if you're brand new, how to apply for your generic cola. And those are great to have on hand at any time. So next, event registration and attendance. Right now, our big focus is getting all of the trade registered. We know you're also busy, so we encourage you to start thinking now who from your team will be able to attend the preview event and on auction day. As I mentioned earlier, at the preview event, really the world is your oyster. We've got plenty of space there. We encourage you to send as many of your team as you're comfortable. 2 to 3 winery attendees is great, 2 at least, so that somebody can always step away from the table. 11 to 4 is kind of a while to be pouring, and we also want you to be able to have those one-to-one conversations. On auction day, seating is more limited, so we can do 1 to 2 table hosts per winery. We do ask that each event include a winemaker or a winery principal, as Ashley was mentioning, like somebody who can really answer those deep dive questions about your lot. The trade are sending their principals to attend this event, and we want you guys to have that opportunity to really have those conversations, build those relationships, that you can make those long-term connections. It's not just about the barrel auction lot wines, but it's all of the wines in your portfolio that you have an opportunity to showcase. And so this really helps elevate the conversation that you're able to have with the trade buyers. I can't reiterate this enough. It's really important that the attendees stay through the entire event. On the preview event, you're welcome to sub people out during the day if you need to. On auction day, it's really important that the people that you're sending to attend the 1 to 2 table hosts are there from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. for the entirety of the event. We have trade coming in from all across the world, all across the United States. And so it's really important for hospitality that whoever's coming on auction days sits at the table, stays at the table, hosts the guests that are matchmake to the table through the entire event. I know that some of the lots occur earlier in the lineup, and it's so compelling, like you have so much to get done. We totally understand this, but it's such an important commitment for that hospitality side of things. The same thing goes, McMurray is so gorgeous, and if it's a beautiful day, you're gonna wanna get up and stretch and move around the tent and look from the back. But we just say, you know, please make sure that the guests sitting at the table and bidding are fully hosted at the table throughout. The other side of that is it gets really exciting, and sometimes you want to jump up and stand at your tables, but just be aware that there are often tables behind you and to the sides that the auctioneer is trying to see, and that the spotters are trying to see that are bidding. It moves very, very fast. And so it's important not to block the bidding or the bid recording. And then also when congratulating winning bidders, know that they might be getting ready to bid on the next lot. We do try to stagger the types of lots in the lot order so that trade buyers get a little refresh if they're looking for certain kinds of lots, but you never know when a buyer is going to want to bid on the next lot. So slide in, crouch down, and when there's that moment in between the lots, when John Curley's getting a sip of water and Mike is getting ready to introduce the next lot, give a quick congratulations, get your photo, and then carefully move out of the tables. Event logistics. So parking and arrival, we are going to send very detailed parking and arrival information out to you, our participating vintners and partners. It will be posted on the Barrel Auction website, and then we'll also be sending really detailed parking and arrival information to our trade and media guests. Right now, all parking will be on site at Bacchus Landing, which is so nice. That main parking lot will be for the trade and media guests, and for those who have been before, there's some outlying parking areas where our vintners will be able to park. And then at McMurray Estate Vineyards, everybody parks together down below. This will be weather permitting. So far, so good. We've been able to park there all of the years, but with all of the rain that we've been getting, we'll work closely with Samantha, our event producer, and the Gallo team to assess how things are looking on property. And if for some reason that ground is too wet, we'll set up some off-site parking. We always have shuttles there because it's a bit of a distance up to the main event site. So no worries at all. Wherever the parking is for auction day, you will be whisked up to the event registration and entrance. For the preview event, and again, all of this will go out in parking and arrival, but just to set your minds around it, please plan to arrive by 9:45 a.m. to allow time for parking, check-in, and setting at your lot tasting table, opening and checking your wines. We want to make sure everybody's in place before the trade and media arrive at 11. And then on auction day, again, we ask you arrive by 10 so that you can get parked, shuttle on up, check in, and be all poised to greet the trade and media guests when they arrive. A little more about the event wines. So that barrel auction lot sample, you'll want to have about a case of that wine reserved. I'm going to talk about lot samples for the market visit, so I'm just going to bring it up now, plus an additional 6 bottles for market visits later. So just make sure to reserve this. You're going to pull this and put it in sampling bottles, and then about 8 to 12 bottles of your current release wines that you're bringing. You're going to hand carry these to the event, but that adds up to almost 3 cases of wine. So we don't expect you to be schlepping that all the way from the parking area. As we did last year, we'll have a drive-through wine drop-off available. Samantha and her incredible operations team will be standing by to meet you while you go and park your car, or if you have several of you carpooling together, one person can go park the car. The operations team crew will whisk it over to your table, and it will be there waiting for you as you walk over to your table. On auction day, we ask that you bring several bottles of your lot wine. There may be somebody that hasn't tasted it yet that you'll have the opportunity to pour for. And again, those at your table will be matchmaked and you'll want to pour it for them just to remind them before your lot goes on sale how wonderfully incredible it is. Also, please bring some special selections of finished wine. These could be library wines even to share at the auction table, something special that makes the trade and media guests and our partners feel really special. Our auction venue hosts will also have wines. They'll handle the welcome reception wines. Also the J Sparkling for the 10th anniversary celebration toast. And if for any reason you're running low, they will have some backup wines available of typically it's Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. Your servers from Park Avenue Catering will be on the watch. You can just flag them down and ask them to bring over some more wine. So again, on auction day, the same thing. Samantha and her incredible team, after we get you checked in, there's a wine drop-off table and they'll concierge those bottles right over to your auction table. Now, please be sure to check in with registration first because that's where you'll get your table number on your credential that they know where to drop off your wines. All of the incredible things happen with the event, but now I'm going to talk about what happens after the event. Give us a minute. I know everybody's going to be so excited on auction day to know who their winning bidder is. Obviously, a lot of you will know and see that live, but we'll send out the full details the week after the auction. We do have to do a little reconciling, as Barb mentioned, the first day or two of all of the bidding. We rewatch the video, make sure we recorded everything correctly. We send out the press release, and then we send out winning bidder letters to each of you. And once we send that out, we would love for you to send a personal thank you by email, a phone call, or even old school with a card. Everybody loves to get something through the snail mail since it's so uncommon these days. Trade buyers will also be provided with the key contact that you indicated on your lot submission form so that they know who to reach out to. Then commemorative label approvals and printing. If you're new, I'm going to share a little bit more detail because there's a little bit of a process that needs to happen. So we provide these wonderful commemorative labels for all of the barrel auction wines. They are generously printed by our partners at Vintage 99 Labels. Now, all of these wines are never before, never again. So we do provide a little overage so that you can put a label on each side of the case box, that if you have an issue when you're applying, you have a few extra labels, but we don't provide additional labels if you have extra wines and extra cases, because that would devalue the purpose and goals of the barrel auction. If you had a 5-case, a 10-case, or a 20-case lot, that's the amount of wines that should go out to the winning bidder. And then for any market visits, you reserve extra wines that you can pour so that the winning bidder doesn't have to dip into their actual lot winning wines. All of the wines, this is really important, must be bottled in 750 ml format unless you included differently in your lot copy or it's approved for a special request. We need to know that pretty early because the bottle format is listed on the label design. So that's very crucial. We'll be going out to you to confirm your alcohol percentages and your bottle buy statements. And then you'll be provided, Heather will create label designs. Ashley will send those over to you to submit for COLA approval. It will have all the instructions. Takes a little bit to get everybody's COLA approvals in. Please keep your eye on the prize and keep that moving forward. The sooner we get those done, the sooner these wines that are available for release earlier can go out to market. So the first print run will be scheduled early fall once the majority of all of the wineries have provided their COLA approvals. And then we will do a final print run, which will be scheduled after all remaining COLA approvals are received. If your estimated release date is prior to December of 2024 in the catalog, we will list it as December 2024 to give us a little buffer time. We don't want the trade like hounding you down, but we do want to get those early releases out. So we'll especially be pushing for you to get your COLA approvals if your wines are going to be bottled and ready for release before the end of this year. If you are bottling, this is very important, these last 2 points. If you're bottling before the label printing, bottle and shiners, set those in a very specific, safe area until receipt of the commemorative labels. If you receive the labels prior to the bottling date, it's so important that you find a place to store them carefully, that everybody on your team knows where they are, because sometimes some of you have release dates that are much further out. Lot shipping and lot status. So once we have the commemorative labels in, we'll let you know. We can either ship those out to you or swing by for pickup, or Tracy will come visit you and drop them off. But you'll affix the commemorative labels for release to the winning bidders. We do recommend hand application, although they are designed to fit on bottling lines. You're welcome to provide complimentary shipping to your winning bidders as a part of the lot donation. It's important to keep Ashley and your trade buyer updated on your release date because those are listed in the catalog. If you're hitting a delay, no worries at all. Just keep us posted. If you have a bidder in a state with additional compliance regulations, we'll assist you with those procedures. And then just a reminder, and we know you guys know this, but it did happen once. These are never before, never again wines. So just take extra precautions to assure the packaging and weather factors when shipping. And then just to check in with us that your lot has been paid. The trade buyers are very good about making payment in a timely fashion, but we want to make sure it's paid before they receive the wine. I think I already touched out on the market visits. Label and reserve, again, we give you enough labels to do this. 6 sample bottles of your lot wine and put that in reserve in your library. And then reach out to your winning bidder to schedule a market visit. You can do this when you're already planning to be in market, so it doesn't need to be an added expense. The bidder is responsible for all of the event expenses. The travel and the sample bottles are on the participating winery. All right, I'm going to take a little breath. Barb, are you ready?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're really excited, everybody, this year to introduce a new commemorative label for the wines that you're producing. And I know Heather wishes she could be here. This is work that she's done for the last couple of months, and we'll share kind of her thinking behind it. We're excited where this is going, and we hope you are too. Before we unveil the new label, we'll just give you kind of a refresh. This is the current label that we've had since the auction's inception 9 years ago. And we thought just with the 10-year anniversary and the timing of this, it was a really great time to kind of look at refreshing this. So what we keep in mind when we do this, as I'm sure you all do with your wines, is we want to make sure that it stands out on a shelf, that it's clean, easy to read, it adheres to all like the legal, requirements that are needed and whatnot. But we think we've done that. So we'll go to the next slide.
Ready?
So here's the new look and feel for the label. I'll go through and just kind of describe a little of the different components. Instead of having a front and a back side, we're doing a wraparound label. You can see that kind of on the comp that Heather created, it wraps around the back side of it. As far as the colors we're using, we're looking at a gold metallic color with a dark charcoal gray. We think that really pops against that. Also, we have what's new this year is we have a QR code, which is really great, again, to build awareness and education for people on these wines. That'll take people to get information about the barrel auction and about your wine so they can hear more about the stories behind them, which is really great. As far as we've got, again, this kind of goes with the 10th anniversary kind of look and feel that we're doing. We are so appreciative of Vintage 99 labels for printing these with us graciously. And also we've got some great corks that our partners at G3 have generously offered to print for us that will have the SoCo logo on the side of them and then the 101 on the top. So again, another way, again, to brand these and really get the word out. We have introduced this. Dana and Ashley have shared this design with several of our trade partners, and the initial feedback has been very positive and excited about this. And we are too, and we hope you are as well. So thank you guys.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Barb. And just to note, we were very careful. As much as we would love to make this a really tall label, we know some of the bottles, they all come in different shapes and sizes. So we did take into consideration, and the height of the label is the same as the current labels, which is 3.5 inches. And then the wrap is basically to make sure if you're using, if you have a Sauvignon Blanc or like a Bordeaux or a Cabernet, that the thinnest bottle, that the circumference will fit your bottle. So we did a lot of research and sleuthing while Heather was busy creating this beautiful design. And you also see that we have the CA-CRV now on there as well. So we hope you love it as much as we do. And now it's my honor and pleasure to introduce our commemorative label sponsor, Vintage 99 Label. We really, this rich look and feel of the new Barrel Auction label couldn't be more compatible with the beautiful labels that Vintage 99 Label produce. We're excited to have Robbie Whitman from their team here to share a little bit more information about the wonderful labels that they do and a little more of their story. Robbie?
Good morning. As she mentioned, actually, my name is Robbie Whittam, and I am with Vintage 99 Label. I hope everybody fared well through all the storms that we had. I am out of Napa, and we just got trashed over here. So I hope everybody did okay and they're safe. I wanted to start off by saying that since most everybody here is in Sonoma, we have our first facility. Well, it's our second facility, but we do have one in Santa Rosa. So we're local. We're right nearby. We have another one in Livermore. But I did want to first start off with the label itself. As it looked like from the previous label, it looked like it was pretty much ink only. We're going to jazz it up this year. As you can see, with a beautiful design, we're going to add foil to it and embossing. So it's going to have a little more feel to it. We also wanted to mention that we're going to have pristine felt, which is the new paper. I'm going to get to that in a minute because that is just a really cool paper. But to give a little background about Vintage 99, we were founded in 1999, of course. We actually were pioneered the flexology, which is the new print process back in those days. Our owner, Mark, is just a brilliant guy that works these printing processes. So we offer a very high quality and shorter lead times. A lot of you guys are probably hearing that some are saying it's taking 2 months. Honestly, we're 2 weeks from proof approvals. Oftentimes it takes a while to get to that proofing part. But if you guys are on top of it in terms of signing off things and everything, signing off your order confirmations and your proofing, from that point on, we're within the 2-week period. So we can whip these out pretty quickly for you with still high quality. Excuse me. Let's see, where are we? Dedicated. Also, we're really into customer service. We really take good care of you. And right now, I'm pretty much your lead guy, especially in the Sonoma County area. I answer phone calls. I know that seems to be a dying thing, but I do. If I happen to be on the phone, I get right back to you. I answer emails. So please rely on me. I'll take good care of you. The rest of our backup team takes really good care of you too. So please come talk to us anytime. I want to get down to the pristine felt. Next shot. This is a paper that we helped develop. It's an amazing paper. It holds up against you can stick it in an ice bucket. You can leave it in the fridge, cold boxes. Oftentimes you'll see that stuff just start to wither and wrinkle up in a cold box after a period of time. We worked with a paper company to help develop this to keep that from happening. It actually has a poly layer in between all those 2 layers in there. This is one of our thickest, most beautiful papers, and it holds up against it. I put it in a bucket of water for a week, came out. It didn't start to go the see-through part that you get. It didn't have any of wrinkling or anything. It's a brilliant paper. It has a nice felty feel to it. This is what the paper we're actually going to use for this label, so you guys can test it out all you want as well. It also holds up against that. It pushes out for embossing beautifully. So It's a great paper. It's one of our thicker ones. Try it out, you know, with any other label as well. You guys will love it. Anyway, regarding design, we also have designers in-house. We work with you guys personally, the three of us. So say, for instance, myself, we team up really well with designers. They don't always have great ideas for things that work personally with labels themselves. So we get our engineer who also teams up with me. And we come up with ideas that help labels pop. They come up with beautiful designs. Together, we really work with you. We'll have consults. So if you want to really change your actual design to make it zing a little bit more, or if you have a brand new label that's coming out that you want to change up, we can work with you from scratch, or we can help you with you know, just changing your personal design that you have now. And then I know we're starting to run time, but in terms of sustainability, we have different recycled papers that we can work with. The waste reduction measures that we're working on right now are you know, top of the line. We're one of the few that are doing that. And I know that a lot of labels now, especially since the companies that have worked with the different paper backings out of Texas, a few years back, they had a freeze, then they had fires. A lot of the companies now are no longer making it. They're really hard to come by. They're coming out of Europe if you have to. So a lot of you guys, I'm sure, have noticed that the PET is the only backing available. Right now, nobody has a recycling system to do so. We're actually working with a company right now to try and get that to happen. We're real close. So at some point in the very near future, we're going to have a program where that is going to be recyclable. So keep that going. Keep in touch with us. We're going to have that soon. And then lastly, since we didn't get an opportunity to meet in person, I was really hoping to mingle with you guys. But we have it's our 25th anniversary, and we do have a program here coming up to celebrate that. We're going to try and go back. We'd love to go back 25 years, but unfortunately we can't quite do that. But we did want to go back to pre-COVID pricing. So we have some special pricing. We have some special deals going on here. The way inflation is going on and the way things have jacked up in prices since after COVID, we have some specials going on. So what I'd like to do is see if I can schedule. I'm going to reach out to everybody that's on the list here and see if I can schedule some in-person meetings. I am local, and I'd love to come visit each and every one of you and talk to you about some of the special pricing we have and go in a little more in depth with some of the things we didn't have an opportunity to do today. So that's my spiel for today. I look forward to meeting every one of you individually at some point down the road.
Thank you so much, Robbie. We are just over the moon. Your work is so incredible, the paper and the products that you use, and we think it's really going to show off this rich new look and feel that we have for the label, and really we're so appreciative of our partnership. So thank you so much.
We're very excited to do this label too. We can't wait to see how it comes out.
Us too. Awesome. All right, now I'm going to invite Tracy up to do a really high level of all of the incredible 2024 member programs that are available to each of you. And I encourage you after this to reach out to Tracy at sonomawine.com and schedule an in-person meeting to find out in more detail. Tracy, over to you.
Thanks, Dana. Good morning. As Dana mentioned, I'm Membership and Members Program Manager here. Prior to jumping on with the Vintners, I was in your seat. I spent my life on the other side of things working at wineries. So I know what you are against. I know your struggles. I know your challenges. And so I'm always here for a phone call. So like Dana said, I'm going to do super high level of our programs this year. So our signature events, we start off the year with Wine Month. You'll be receiving an email very shortly regarding that submission. We also have a lunch and learn coming up on Tuesday the 20th that our Marcom team has put together. It's a chance for us to get together and for them to go over some great analytics and opportunities that Wine Month offer you. I speak to our members all the time, and what they want is exposure. And this is a great way to kick off the year. 30 plus digital print and marketing ads and over 4,000 impressions on that Wine Month page. So it's a great place to start your year. Sonoma County Barrel Auction, I think we covered all those details. The team works really hard. Please use that toolkit. That's your best thing to take away from this, is use that and promote the event. We've got Taste of Sonoma coming up. You'll receive registration information on that shortly. We're going to mix things up this year. It's really a consumer-focused event and a chance for you to get in front of some new consumers and make some new fans. Then we've got our Sonoma County Wine Auction. That's September 19th through the 21st. It's another opportunity for some grand exposure in front of high net worth people that love wine and love Sonoma County. So get an auction lot going and join us for that, and invite your wine club members and your biggest fans to join us as well. And then our international events. You know, Ashley has done a great job in creating such a robust program this year. We've got Pro Wine in March, Sonoma City in Mexico in April. She went over Sonoma Summit. It's an awesome opportunity to have some high touch time with the great trade that has come in for the event. We've got Vin Expo in May. In the past, we've worked with CWI and done a great showcase of Sonoma County wines with the global buyers marketplace. So we hope to continue that in the future as well. Our programs are really near and dear to our heart. This is where we can support you and fill in the gaps that perhaps your winery has. And we're here as a resource. Our SION is our Sonoma County Industry Opportunity Network. And that's really our educational programs where we lean into our affiliate members to provide informational programs. They've been in person as well as Zoom. But we've covered everything from bottle bill. We've got a North Coast Vineyard Order SION program coming up. We'll bring in economist, marketing tools, labor laws, pre and post harvest wrap-ups. And so I recommend that you take advantage of those and jump on with us monthly. Critic tastings. Again, everybody wants exposure, and we're really proud that we have brought some high level critics in. We still have open submissions for Dr. Owen Bargren. His close Thursday, the submissions for that. Audrey Frick with Jeb Denick is joining us. We're also worked with Rob Report and an ongoing program, Arizona Daily Sun and Vine Pair. We have continuous opportunities for submission with them. We had a Sauvignon Blanc opportunity with Janice Robinson, and we're working on another critic tasting for the fall as well. So we're super excited to be able to offer you that exposure. Our Visa Signature program is something Visa has been a long-term partner of ours. And again, it's a great way for exposure. By far, that page on our website is the most visited page. We've seen over 16,000 views, over 11,000 people have viewed that page. And that's a great way for you to showcase your winery and what you have to offer. For those of that you've been participating in the past, we'll send out a survey. We're looking to retool that program and offer some additional benefits. So we're looking forward to that as well. This year, we're unrolling our community outreach program. It's a great opportunity to network amongst the members here at Sonoma County Vintners, as well as our affiliate members. We'll work with Redwood Empire Food Bank, Glean with Farm to Pantry, and then do a blood drive as well. In addition to that, we will have a mixer in June, another opportunity for you to meet with your colleagues and network a little bit. Last year, we had that at Safari West. They were gracious enough to host us. And so this year, we're looking for something fun and exciting as well. Our promotional opportunities, basically, our Marcom department works really hard. There's 3 of them. They work continuously to promote Sonoma County and promote our wineries. So use those toolkits that they provide to you, tag us in your social media, and use that platform, because they will retag you. And if you have any questions about the website or how marketing can support you, reach out to me and I'll get you in touch with that team. Here's a list of our calendar and events and programs for the year. Something that I didn't mention, like I mentioned on the bottom lower right hand side, you know, the educational programs happen yearly, or throughout the year rather. Media opportunities, there's always those calls for submission for wine. Media also reach out to us often for special stories, so we'll be reaching out to you throughout the year. But then the government relation piece is something that I don't think many members know. Michael Haney and that government team and board work continuously throughout the year, and they address all the issues that wineries are against, and they work on the policies at the local and state level. And they've had great success with fire access issues, event permitting, working with the government on SoCoBA and the water order. So we are really here to champion for you. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Tracy. And again, this whole presentation will go out afterwards, and all of these key dates are also on the Sonoma County Vintners website. Now I'd like to finish things off by inviting Kelsey back to do the Caduce Anna Selection barrel drawing. This is for all of our vintners who have submitted lots, have been entered into this drawing.
So one of you will get to win a Caduce barrel, and I have everyone printed out that has submitted a lot, and I put them in a wine glass. And
Another drum roll.
the winner is Dumal Winery.
Wonderful.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Jamal. Kelsey will be in touch and connect you with the Caduce Anna team. Wanted to say we have the Q&A slide, but I didn't see any questions in the chat. I saw a cheering of the new label. So we'll just pause for a minute. If anybody has any questions, feel free to come off mute and ask away. Well, we know 1 million questions will come up along the way as we lead up to event day, and many, many more happen afterwards, because an auction never ends the day the auction ends. So we are here as a resource throughout, before, during, and after the auction, and all year round. So we just want to say a huge thank you to everyone for joining us today. We'll be sending out the presentation and recording later, and just thank you for all that you do to support us. If you haven't gotten your lot in yet, please submit it by tomorrow, or send a personal email to myself and Ashley, and please shoot for by the end of the week, so Amy and Anna have lots of time to get the information back and forth for the catalog production. Mike, did you want to come back on and say one final word before we close out?
Fantastic. That's a final word, because what a great presentation and great information. And just to piggyback on what Dana said there, thank you to all of our vintners, to our great sponsor partners. Robbie, great presentation. Ruth, I know Brian Summers out there and more. Thank you all for all you do for us every year. It's going to be, we are so excited for the 10th anniversary this year, as you can tell. So it's going to be a very, very special week here in Sonoma County.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to stop the recording now, and everybody can log off and say goodbye. And